Okay, I'm gonna make this as quick and as succinct as possible. This is running a shop in Neverwinter. Um, so every day, at the start of every day, you're gonna have applications. But this is for people who just started. So if you just started, um, this is after you picked what kind of shop you want to run to start with. You have your starting artisans, or the people that are working in your shop. You have the tools. I believe they give you the tools, or you have to, buy them, which is, if you're at this level, a couple copper is fairly cheap. Um, so you manage these, and if you start with tailoring like I did, you have your different um, your different workers. So you have so with these you have proficiencies and you have focus. Focus is the most important thing from my experience. Um, to making not only higher quality items, but passing the skill check to make the item to begin with. Um, but let's start with that. You have your workers. Um, you want to make stuff, uh, and you're starting every day. So let's say like you have your workers, but you don't have the material. After you check here to see your new applications, managing those, you come here to your job board, and if you're like me and you started with tailoring, you're just gonna want to have them gather copper. You're gonna have them want to gather like cotton wool, right? Because everything is going to need the starting material for your chosen job. So you do that, or if you have a full box, you're gonna want to come over here and you're gonna want to gather. Um, if you don't want your gatherer to fill the box back up, you can just pick you can just pick one stack of of cotton out, right? Um, and it won't fill back up. It won't even make a new item, right? So if you want to just farm a bunch of cotton, just collect all, and your geyser will keep filling the box up. Um, and then you come here, and to keep things from being overwhelming, what I would do is to start with, I would favorite the starting um, material, or the starting thing that you're going to make. So everything in this line of tailoring is going to need cotton yarn, right? To some extent, you're going to need cotton yarn in general, or you're going to need it to make cloth. So you need two cotton yarn to make cloth, to make one cloth, right? So you're gonna need a lot of cotton balls. Um, and as you can see, like with the excluding some of the other stuff that all the stuff that you can make um, in tailoring, and all the jobs are going to be like this. Just to let you know that you will get to a point where you need, if you don't want to use the the materials that they gave you that you can't make, then you are going to be limited um to what you can, like, just like scrolling through seeing what you can actually make. And it will take a little bit longer to level up, but you can do it. You can sort of like work around the stuff with the materials you can't make yet. Let's say you want to make that, but you don't have um a woodworker, right? Which is confusing. They call it artificing, but it isn't. It's they should have called it woodworker. I don't know why they made it like that, but that's where wood comes from, right? So aside from picking your chosen job with your workers that you get and all the materials that you get to start with, everything else is random on who you get for your applications. Um, oh God, this I'm trying to make this as less crackheady as possible. Um, and just like the problem is this is very situational. I'm not you, and you're not me. Um, but this isn't something you want to rush. This is something that you want to take your time with, right? Um, and don't buy. If you don't have workers to do a job, don't buy it. Like I don't have an alchemist, so there's no reason for me to buy a alchemy tool, right? And I can, because of who I have, make that. So let's see. Let's go to blacksmith and go down here, and I can make that. Um, what does it take to make a bronze plate? A bronze ingot. I can make that as well. So some things, despite it being um, higher level, are things that you can just make with that job. Um, in that case, if you're at this point where you can make this, the best thing to do is to make the highest quality items that you can, right? Um, and to make sure you do that, what you will need to do is go to your blacksmith, if you have that, and there's going to be blacksmithing tools, which will need um, a level three blacksmithing, right? So you're going to have to just get the craft tools that you start with, and then sort of like work your way up to these. Um, so you can make these, but then you need like lumber, right? And the thing about this game is it's stuff that makes sense if you think about how tools are made, right? You're going to need glue, and you're going to need lumber, and you're going to need metal. Like it's like going to I don't know, a store like Home Depot, or Lowe's or whatever your equivalent is in your country, and getting a tool. It's like you look at what it's made of, and it's made of that material, or just like paper. Yeah, paper. You need cotton. Um, I wonder if they also have like using wood, or like um, there's just stuff like that, like things like you'd use in the Middle Ages to make stuff, just like really basic, really basic materials. Um, and this is like stuff that you get from your gatherer, right? Um, potions are very um, useful as well. Uh, so I would say if you're going to start out, what I should have done is gone with an alchemist, right? Because this will make stuff for all of the other professions. Um, and really what they should have done is made you go with this anyway. I get they don't want to railroad people, so a choice, but looking back, I wish I would have picked alchemy. Um, and I wouldn't even need a blacksmith. I could just buy the tools I need from these crates over here. Um, so, hindsight being what it is, these are also good for like, just your character or your party. Um, and I believe that you can join a guild, and you can also contribute these. So running a shop for your guild is very important as well. Um, you know, who you join up with and how that gets handled is something you're going to want to work out with your group or your guild. Given the fact that tools also cost money. Um, how much is it? Like it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you the price. Yeah, it doesn't tell you the price, which is weird. But it only should be a couple of copper for that. Um, but things like let me see here. Let me try to make something real quick. So commission. So I'm gonna see if that's how much. Interesting. The commission went down. So let's click on it again. Let's go to something else. So commission's 11, and it went down. So let me see here. I want 1, and okay. So from the looks of it, it looks like it cost you. It cost you money to make this. What happens if I want to make a bunch of them? So you can order 1, and that's 8, right? Which is what I did. I ordered 1. Or you can do as many as possible. Orders will end if the delivery box is full, required materials are missing, or commission cannot be paid. So what it's saying is this will go, if you order a set amount, that will go straight to your order box and you'll pay a commission. So let's say what is something I can say about this? To make 1 cotton cloth, I need 2. So what is ordering 2 of these run me? You go here and 16. Or you can order as many as possible. So, okay, so orders will be delivered to the box unless it's full, required materials are missing, or the commission cannot be paid. So they will just make stuff. They will make as many cloths as they can until they run out of materials, and you will not have to pay anything. You will have to wait 13 minutes, or you can pay 17 basically pennies is how I look at it. I try to look in like real world money. So $92 is gold, and then you have the change, which is the nickels and dimes, right? The pennies and cents, and it starts making a lot more sense, and how things cost. And the better your workers get, the less things cost. But it can get quite hefty. 60 cents. Still pretty cheap. But that's because I have better materials. Let's go to someone who doesn't have better tools. I believe that this person doesn't. Just to pick a basic bitch, and then the basic bitch tools, which is like what you buy. So it didn't change a whole lot. 17. I believe it didn't even change the price, right? So nope, still 17. Got it. And the better quality stuff does not change price either. Okay, got it. And the thing is, like, you're going to want to be tempted to make the base level material. Don't. Just don't. Um, you get, like, okay, I should say don't make the base level material unless it's with your profession you start with, right? If you start with jewel crafting, then you're going to want to just like farm the hell out of copper ingots. Just like make as many as possible to the highest quality possible, right? So let's see, you go here and just like bump that shit up as high as possible, right? And you like you get more from that. Um, and you're like, okay, well, what do I do if I don't have anybody to sell this to? What do I do, and I don't want to sell this to people, and I'm not using this for myself? You can go to any vendor, anywhere, in the game, and sell it. Right? The higher, if it's +1, then you get more for it. Um, so just like load up on +1 stuff, and just like sell it, and you'll get your money back. You'll get your money back for the commissions that you pay. That's also the thing, is like you want to be making more than these commissions cost, and the best way to do that is you know to keep from like causing problems for like the server is to just like sell a few +1 stuff. So that's running a shop in Neverwinter. I hope this helps. Like I said, it's situational, but rank up your given profession until you are able to get better tools, right? And it looks like you will get a certain amount of material from the other professions you can't farm. I would say wait until you make stuff, until you need to use it. Don't just spend it on stuff for yourself. Spend it on stuff for your workers. Spend it on stuff for like the professions that you have. And because if those are used up, if you use that up on yourself, then you cannot get more of metal rings or lumber unless you have a woodworker or artificer. So that's the video. Thanks for watching, and have a good